So, 2017 was a very busy year for me and for the members of the syndicate, as they can definitely attest. So, what I'd like to do in this video is just kind of give you guys a rundown of basically what we did, what we've been up to this entire year. And it's not necessarily just to kind of show off and show you guys what we're all working on, but I do want you to also get in the habit of doing this for yourself. So this was something that I got in the habit of early on in my career. Was at the end of every year I kind of took stock of the progress that I made. You know, how many tracks did I get distributed into the system? How, in what ways did my music kind of get better? Did I improve my production quality, or my mixing, or my mastering, or maybe I opened up a new relationship with somebody really powerful in the business, or start a relationship with a new library or something like that. Seems like it's so interesting. In December, I've gotten probably the frequency of emails I'm getting from people saying they're just now getting accepted by libraries actually is very, very, very high. Like actually, like once, almost one or two a week are actually coming in now saying like, hey Jesse, just got this one, just got this one, just got that one. So normally I get it every once in a while, but this has been incredible, like how many emails I'm getting from you guys. And I'm going to try to do maybe some interviews with some of you that have gotten your first couple of acceptance letters and maybe contracts with a library, to make sure that you sort of hit the ground running and really please them in the beginning, because that first impression is really important. Getting the contract is hard enough, but making sure that you really deliver for them like immediately on day one, that's how you're going to cement your relationship with them for years and years, potentially into the future. But we'll talk about that another time. For now, let's talk about our 2017 summary. This is exactly what we did in the syndicate this year. So we ended up earning distribution in 3 exclusive libraries and 1 non-exclusive foreign library. So that was actually a library from South Africa, and we're actually just now getting that one wrapped up and getting those over to them. But the 3 exclusive libraries are all here in the States. Very, very high potential for great placements. And one of them we've already done, let's see, I think we've done two very prominent ad campaigns, and we'll talk about it in a second. The other one of them we just started with. They have some awesome ins with pretty awesome networks. That's actually tied to the hip hop and pop opportunities that I posted a couple of weeks back. If you want to go check that out, but that's our new library that's sort of partnering us for those opportunities, as well as one that joined up with us very early on this year. I think back in March. So these are awesome companies. They are very well connected. They have some great potential, and they've already gotten us some placements already, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So in 1 year, 4 libraries are now distributing our music, shopping our music, trying to get our music placed out there in the system. So that's a great start. And remember, I started this group basically this year. January was really the first month that this group was really in full effect. So not bad for 1 year. Okay. As of right now, okay, so I know that we're not at the very end of the year, but we've had 205 tracks distributed, created, and now are actually out there in the system, potentially generating royalties and placements for us right now. It's a lot, guys. That's a lot of music. Now, that doesn't include, I have 3 opportunities going on right now, and so that's going to be about 30 to 40 more tracks that are actually going to be added onto this. So this might actually get to like 250 tracks by the end of the year. It's a lot of productivity. Maybe we'll crank that up next year. We'll see what happens. But we've had a lot of music be made in this group, and it's just awesome to see this much productivity happening, and everybody being so the work ethic is really why this is possible. Because the one thing that I definitely don't allow, and I know my members don't allow either, is excuses. We don't make excuses for ourselves. We don't say, well, this is this track would have been done, but this and that. No, our motto in the group is just do the work, and that's what we do. We pretty much just put our heads down, go into our studios, just do the work, and that's how we get to these kind of numbers. That's how we can crank out this much music in just 1 year. To date, we've done 8 custom cues. Now, we've secured 6 of those, which is already a pretty awesome number. If you guys are not aware, with custom cues, sometimes you're bidding against other composers, and there's other people that you're working with, so you don't always get it. Sometimes it's a secured gig where it can be directly to you, but other times, most of the time, you're competing with a couple of different producers. But that number actually could go to 7. We're right now waiting for one of our queues, one of the opportunities that we just completed. We just wrapped it up last week. So actually this week we're kind of going to wait and see. Maybe we'll actually crank that up to 7. And that's, hey, 7 out of 8. That's not bad at all. But even 6 out of 8, I'm very happy with that. And so that's a really cool thing. These have included domestic and international ad campaigns. Again, I can't share the company names or anything like that with you guys. The members know who we've been working with and who we've been contributing to. We've done some promos, TV promos, as well as some industrial and private videos. So industrial videos just means like it's a video that actually plays in a physical store, looping all the time. So this is for a major brand, and this is going to be a video that loops in a store. So, and we've done private videos for private corporations where they just want to have, one of the ones that we did was just a pretty big company just wanted to have like a Christmas song playing for them during their Christmas party. So they played a pretty decent fee for that. And you know, that kind of stuff. There's no back end with those kind of opportunities, but they do pay the upfront fees. So, hey, we want to work. We're here to work, right? Now, up to date, today we've had placements from members through MTV, Lifetime Network, and Fox Sports. Now, that is pretty impressive, and that's awesome. I'm happy with this. But this number of placements and networks will grow next year because we just started this year. So if you guys aren't aware, it takes 6 to 9 months before you get placements, and a lot of times you have no clue if you got a placement until you get your royalty check. So I do expect that this list will actually grow much larger in 2018, and I will do another one of these reviews next year so you guys can see if I was right about that. But I do think that list will get a lot bigger, a lot longer as we just let more time go by, because it'll take, you know, a couple of months before you start seeing these things kind of play out. So, but hey, for the first year, just starting this thing in January and then getting ourselves on these major cable networks, I'm very happy with that. I can't complain about that at all. And probably most importantly, all my members can attest to this, that they've had measurable improvements in their production value. So their mixing skills, their mastering skills, producing skills, through all the feedback that they get through me, through the opportunities, homework assignments, all that stuff going on, tutorials, walkthroughs. They're definitely, like, we were just talking about this in the group, that if they just hit play on a track that they were producing in January of this year, and then they hit play on a track that they just finished this week, they're gonna hear the difference. And that is what this group is about. It's about delivering measurable results. As you guys know, I'm not doing my job unless you guys are getting results. Obviously, a big part of that is getting placements, getting you guys into the system, getting your tracks out there. Obviously, hopefully getting you some great royalties as well. I can't control that, but at least getting a foot in the door for you. That's really what I want to provide as well. But really, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is this last point here, is making sure that you're seeing the measurable results and improvements in your production quality. Because when you develop your own relationships with libraries, as you should be doing, as you should be planning to do, that is how you're going to stay relevant with them, and that's how you're going to knock their socks off with high production. Okay. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm most proud of. With all the stuff listed here, it's this last point that I'm actually the most proud of, that my members are actually seeing that their tracks are getting better. And again, this is one of those services that I don't think is really out there. There's not a lot of people out there willing to give you feedback, to give you guidance, to sort of say, hey, you didn't get accepted by that library. Well, it might be because of this and this and this. That's really what this group is doing for people. It's giving them that sort of confidence and that feedback to know, okay, where are you hitting and where are you missing? What are you strong at? What are your weaknesses? And trying to help you get through maybe some of the rough patches or some of the sort of missing gaps in your production value that you have right now. And so that's what I'm really, really excited about for this group moving forward. And like I told all of them, if this looks busy to you, if this looks like a busy year to you, just wait until 2018. There's going to be some incredible things happening with the relationships we have built, with the opportunities we've already knocked out, delivered, and completely knocked people's socks off in terms of their production value. I have never been more confident about where this group is going. And the big secret here is because we have so many high quality producers that really know what they're doing. They know how to produce, they know how to serve clients, they know how to make production music, TV, film music. We're getting people piling onto us. We're getting libraries approaching us. In fact, 3 out of the 4 libraries that we got distribution for this year all approached us. Okay, these were not libraries that we approached, that we were trying to get. One of them we did, but the other ones, they found us. They kind of heard through the grapevine, or they saw this YouTube video, and they said, hey, so you have all these really talented producers. Well, we've got some opportunities, and we've got some, we've got a library, or we've got these custom gigs. Maybe you guys can help us out. That's what's going to happen again moving forward into 2018. Now, of course, my thing is that I'm very selective with who we partner with. I'm not just like throwing out our services to everybody who comes on board. I vet people. I want to make sure who they are. I've definitely gotten offers from a few libraries and a few opportunities that I didn't think was right for us, or I just didn't like the way that they were handling the sort of offer of how we were going to partner. I just didn't think the deal was going to be worthwhile for us, or I just thought, that's not really putting us in a very powerful position with the company. We were just going to be one of many other, libraries or catalogs with them. So I don't just say yes to anybody. I do have to make sure that they have the right pitch and it really works and it fits us well. We have certain genres that we do really well. I know my members fairly well. I know exactly what kind of tracks and genres that we can really knock out in a short amount of time. So I don't want to overexpose us. I don't want to overwork us. And obviously you guys shouldn't either as a writer when you guys are going out there with libraries. You should be sticking with just a couple libraries that you can just be tight with, that you can really be on a you can have a personal relationship with, and that they keep you busy. They have enough work to just always keep you busy. That's what you should do. So here's where we're going to end this video. I want to know, how was your 2017? Did you get accepted by a library? Did you notice that your tracks got stronger? Did you do better with your productivity? Maybe you were doing like one track a month and you kind of learned how to up that a little bit. What happened for you in this year? I did put out a poll to the syndicate members asking them, like, how did you feel about your productivity and your progress towards making music licensing your full-time job? Again, that's what I'm about here, guys. This isn't just about having fun and just making music, whatever. I'm really trying to help you guys turn this into a full-time job. Okay, so it's a very serious endeavor that I'm taking on here, and you guys are as well. So I want to know, what measurable results did you achieve in 2017 that got you closer to making music licensing your full-time job? There's no accomplishment too small to list, okay? If it's just, I learned how to better mix my 808s and kicks, list that below. I want to know that that was an actual improvement into your mixing, because if you don't know how to do that, you probably aren't going to be able to have a full-time income licensing music, right? You got to learn how to make music properly. You got to mix music properly. Or if you said, I just upped my samples that I'm using. I stopped using all these kind of really template-y, boring sounding samples, and I kind of upped it a little bit. Maybe you took one of the advantage of some of those Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals and completely upped your arsenal a little bit. That's another way that you can get a little bit stronger here. Or maybe maybe you finally got accepted to that first library. Whatever it is, I want to hear about it. Comment below, okay? Because I want to know that we are all making steps forward. That's how I'm measuring my results and my success here on YouTube and with my group with the syndicate. Sorry, I'm knocking my microphone all over the place here. I'm very excited. But that's how I'm measuring my results here, guys. I'm a results-oriented guy. I've always been a very results-oriented person, and I'm not doing anything unless people are getting results. And it's crazy to see that there's so many people getting accepted that I honestly, you guys are kind of blowing me away a little bit, honestly. I didn't think this many people would get accepted into libraries from what I'm teaching. I actually did think that it was like 3 to 5% maybe would start seeing that sort of success, because most people say they want to do music licensing and then they just kind of flake out. They don't take the time to make, improve their work or make stronger tracks or whatever it is they need to do. Most people, honestly, I don't have to tell you guys this, most people are lazy. They don't want to do the work, okay? So that's why I had made a video earlier this year, and I said like 3% or 5% of you guys would probably even see success. That number is much higher. I don't know what the percentage is, but depending or considering how many people in my group and just through you guys, YouTube subscribers, letting me know that you're seeing success, you're getting into systems, you're getting into libraries, I think I underestimated you guys, and I'm sorry about that. That was actually just something that I assumed would be true, but I don't think it is. So it's either a testament to maybe how informative and motivating my videos are, or it could also be a motivation or an indication of how inspired you guys are and how hardworking you guys are. So either way, I'm happy with it. It's a really good thing. So please comment below. Please let me know how your 2017 went to. Also, let me know what you plan on doing in 2018. Maybe there's something that you need to improve upon, or there's some sort of a skill you'd like to acquire or do better at, or whatever it is. The more that I get from you guys, as far as you guys giving me some feedback, the more I can provide you guys moving forward in 2018. So that's also the reason why I'm so curious about what you guys are doing, because I want to know how I can best serve you, what kind of videos I should be making, what kind of content I should be putting out there. It doesn't work unless you guys are sort of giving me some feedback as well. So even though I don't, just so you guys know, even though I don't always comment or reply to everybody's comment, I'm very active as far as just reading most comments if not every single comment on my YouTube video. So just because you comment and I don't respond doesn't mean that I didn't read it. Okay, a lot of times I do read everything, just that I have so much going on. It's not always the first thing I can get to right away. But I do really appreciate you guys commenting and obviously being a part of this channel. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you like this video if you're inspired and you're ready to go for 2018 and you have some great plans for yourself moving forward. But please comment below.